Evening, guys. I know you were waiting for Halel, but he has some problems. And today I will be here hosting this meeting instead of him. So for those that doesn't know me yet, my name is Wellington. I have been here in Talking Talk. It's been 3 years and a half and 3 years as a host. I'm living in Rio de Janeiro, but I was born and raised in Salvador. I'm 29 and I am a civil engineer, but I work with financial planning. That is a totally different thing that I used to do. And today, the people that I already know, it's Ana Claudia. I have been with her before, and Wanda. It's a time that we don't see each other, yeah?
Yeah, many time.
Welcome again, Wanda. And how about the others, Leticia, Alessandra, and Beatriz? Is it your first time or just the first time with me?
Hello, good evening. It's my first time with you.
That's good. Thanks, Leticia. And how about you, Alessandra?
Hello, it's also my first time with you. I have done a few with Leo también.
Good.
If
And
I change some words with Spanish, I'm sorry because I'm doing Spanish classes. Sometimes I change a little.
no problem. I have tried to attend to some meetings like 3 years ago when I started here at Talking Talk in some Spanish classes. And when I forget the words in Spanish, instead of using Portuguese, I used to say in English, you know? I guess it's because we just switch the word, the language that we are using, that is a foreign language, so we try another one. So no worry.
Hello, good evening. It isn't my first time here in Talk and Talk, and I don't know if it is my first time with you. I don't know. Maybe I just made have done a an immersion with you. I don't know if he was with you as a talker or not. I'm sorry. I attended so much classes this month that I'm a little dizzy.
I know how is it. I used to be like this before, but recently I'm not so uh addicted here anymore. And welcome, Elton. Elton, I already know. I have seen him in some meetings.
Hello,
And
guys. Good
hello,
evening.
Elton. Good evening. And you, Yanka, is it your first time at all here or the first time with me?
Good evening, Wellington. Good evening, guys. It's my first time with you, but I have been talking talk for 2 or 3 weeks.
That's really good. Welcome again, yeah. So, guys, as we have here uh, a lot of people that used to come to Talk and Talk, I will skip the explanation of how it works and just say some words that I always used to say, that we have simple rules here, and one of them is not say sorry for any mistake that you commit. Is part of the process of learning. If you have any doubt, just ask. Me and the others are here to help. I'm not a teacher. I'm still learning. I will commit a lot of mistakes. I always do, but I guess it's part of the process. We don't care and get self-confidence about our English skills. The second one is being respectful with each other. And this also goes to giving everybody time to talk and speak about the questions, because if we don't do this, won't be a good conversation. And just have fun, I guess, is it. I will send here the questions. Yeah, here we go. I split in two parts because it's too long. So as we have here 8 people, I will split us in 2 rooms, and I will need, actually now we have 9. I will need you guys to help me on the small room. Someone that used to be here for longer or feel more able to help on the conversation till we get to discuss about everything. And I always used to say, you don't need to follow all the questions. You guys can make different questions about the topic. It's just a guide, those questions. So feel free to make your own conversation in going for a different path about this topic. It's about changing. So I hope you guys do some changes on those questions that we have here. I will break now. And Ana Cláudia, Beatriz, Camila, Elton, and Ianca, I will send you guys to the small room. Please copy the question to, if someone lose the questions, you can send there. And the others, Leticia, Wanda, and Alessandro, will stay here with me. I see you guys back in 40 minutes, 40, 45, depending on how the conversation goes. Okay? So see you later, guys. And don't forget to present each other there. Anna, oh, she got it. Oh, yeah. I was expecting for more one person come, so we are in 5 and 5. Welcome, Mateus. I don't know if you can see the questions, so I will send here again. And guys, I will ask you to introduce yourselves. I don't know if you know each other already, but it's always good to do this. Could you start, Alessandro?
Okay. My name is Alessandro. I'm from Rio de Janeiro. I'm 30 years old, and I work with IT and work in Mercado Livre. I work from Rio de Janeiro, but the company is in São Paulo. My confusions with Spanish may serve because I speak Spanish almost all the time in my work and started this year. And I was doing classes of Spanish to know it better because I didn't speak Spanish very much. English, okay. And I'm here for practice my English a little because I'm a bit rusty, I guess.
Thanks, Alessandro. Really good to have you here. And you, Wanda?
Hello, everyone. I'm Wanda from Niterói. Niterói is another side of the bridge from Rio de Janeiro. Today is really hot, but
Yeah,
maybe it can become a huge storm today. And yesterday, our Christmas tree from here, it fell down, and it's really sad because many plans for this weekend with this huge Christmas tree for people and fell down. It's that. I'm Wanda from Niterói, Rio de Janeiro. Two sons, one grandson, two daughters-in-law. I'm a cat person, two cats. I'm a dentist. I have a odontologic clinic, and my hobby is scuba diver. I love to trip around the world to diving. I love deep sea. I love deep water. Just
Pretty
that.
good. Thanks, Wanda. And you, Letícia?
So, hello guys, good evening. My name is Letícia. I am 20 years old. I live in Barueri, São Paulo. I am at the college. I have been here in Talk and Talk since April this year to practice my English. In my free time, I like to go to new places, parks, and watch movies, read books, and that's it.
Thanks, Letícia. I always go to Barueri because of my work, and it's a place that I almost doesn't know people that live there, except the people of my work, because they just moved to Barueri because of the sites that we have there. And you, Mateus, could you present yourself?
Yeah, hello guys, good evening. First of all, I cannot open my camera today because it's too hot here and am without t-shirts, so that's it. But I live in Salvador, Bahia. I work as business analyst, and in my free time, I like to play video games, watch series, movies, and I am here to practice my English as well. So that's it.
Thanks, Mateus. Yeah, it's really hot here. I must have my camera open, so I'm with my window open and my ventilator just closer to me because it's impossible here. My gosh, but let's go. Guys, I will start with the first question. I normally don't, but this time I will. Do you guys are aware of the expression turn over a new leaf? What it means?
No, I'm not.
It's like start something new or change something in your life. And the first thing I would like to ask you, have you ever had an experience of turnover a new leaf in your life? And how did it impact it? Or do you intend to have something like this? Let me start with Alessandro. Do you have
Okay.
a personal experience about this?
Well, I was reading the question and thinking, but I guess not in the recently, but when I get married, I guess I started to live with my wife, and before that, I lived with my parents, and this was a huge change to me. Uh, the impact of it, well, it's good for independency, I guess, but I gotta do a lot more of housework, and well, I think it was good.
Yeah, it's a turnover on life. And you, Mateus.
Okay, about me, I think an example that I can share with you is the college. Not only because of the experience that I will have about my education or in a professional way, but in general, I was a totally shy person, and when I went to the federal, I met a lot of new people, a lot of diversity, and this changed my whole life in a lot of aspects. So I think this experience was totally a turn of a new leaf, for example.
Thanks, Mateus. And for you, Wanda.
I think all the time our life changing. All the time we need to change the path when we start to live. We are a child, and then we get a teenager. Is a really challenging to be a teenager. Then choose the profession is really challenging to change in life and get married and be a mother and many. I think if I pick a really changement, I pick to be a mother. It's forever. It's for love forever. It's a changement, a totally changement.
Good. Thanks, Wanda. And how about you, Leticia?
So I agree with Wanda. I think that we live in a lot of situations that impact our life. So in my case, I can think about when I start the college because it's totally different when it compares to other experiences at school. And we have a lot of opportunities to know different people from different places, enjoy all the things that the university offers. And I think that other event, I can say that impacted me a lot. It was when my young sister born, because as Wanda said, it's forever. And I became a totally different person since then. So I can choose this true situation.
Pretty good. Yeah, to me, I guess my recent one that was moved to Rio de Janeiro and to live alone. So I felt like I am too young to do that, even though I was like 28, 27 actually. But it's a really big change on our lives. And as Alessandra said, we have a lot of things to do in house, except mainly when you live alone. It's all for you. And guys, we say here about changings, and they happen all the time on our lives. Do you guys like changings on your lives? You look for changings, or do you prefer stability? How do you deal with that? What do you prefer? Mateus, how is it? Go on, Wanda. How is it for you?
I prefer changement. I think it is for life. Life is changement all the time. I really, I think it is interesting a little bit stability, but more stability. We don't grow up. We need to grow up. We need challenge. We need changement. We need life. Yeah, for me, I pick challenges and changements.
Thanks, Wanda. And for you, Mateus.
We are talking about the second part, right?
Yeah, it's kind of so, the second one. Yeah, it's about the second one. I just make more objective. If
Okay.
how do you deal with changes on your life, and if you prefer stability?
Okay, the mantra that I am trying to focus right now is about the things that I can control, like my actions, my feelings. So situations that I cannot control and it's totally I cannot avoid to happen. I am trying to be more chill about that. So I think some changes is really unavoidable. So we just need to accept the reality and think about what will be the next steps and what we'll do about the situation that already happened. So that's how I am trying to to deal with that.
Good. And for you, Leticia?
So I have to confess that I have a little difficult to deal with changes. I know that it's natural and necessary, but I don't like the most. But I'm changing this in my personality because I realized that I became a stronger and smart, maybe, person when I see changes as a positive thing and not as a negative thing. So now I think that I prefer changes because it's an opportunity to become a better person or to discover new places, new opportunities. So I think change is better.
Yeah. And you, Alessandra?
Well, I guess always in life always have changes like uh, they all talk. But if I can choose some things to change, some other things to not change would be perfect, no? But I guess I like to change, but some things I wish that not change. But normally, I think it is good, and like Leticia said, it makes you stronger and resilient, I guess, also. And one question, roll with the punches. It's like that what we are talking.
It's like
What do you
to
do?
adapt yourself to
Mm,
situations.
okay.
And guys, I will skip some questions now to the question number 7, but in a different perspective. And instead of uh, we talking about how do we support them, who do you rely on when you need a support on changing? When you are facing a challenging, how do you who do you count on to help you? And why do you choose these or those people to support you?
I guess
Well,
you have to call every time.
Mateus open his mic. You can go. I know it's a difficult question, so I give time to you guys think about it.
Okay, depends on the situation, the area. For example, something that happened recently is that I changed my job. I started a new job 2 weeks ago, and the decision that I needed to make about stay at my old job or new to or go to the new job, I talked to my parents, was the first people that I talked about the situation because I really trust on them to give me advices about what I'm thinking or maybe some uh way that I was not thinking about the whole situation. So, but when it comes about, I don't know, maybe a relationship, I don't know, maybe I will go to some friends that I really trust. So depends on the situation in the area. In my case.
Thanks, Matheus. And you, Leticia, who do you rely on?
My family, my parents, because I live here with them, and if my life change, the life of them will change, even a little, but will change as well. And my grandparents also, because they know me better than any other person, and sometimes they can realize something about me that I can't realize. It's interesting, have a point of view out of our mind, and that's it. It's basically then.
Good. And you, Alessandro, who do you rely on?
Well, I guess the first person is my wife. I share with her, I guess, everything, good, bad, neutral, and all the stuffs that happens in the day. And when I need to make a hard decision, normally hard decisions affects her as well. If it's a hard decision to me. So I share basically everything with her. And when not her, I guess my psychologist and my parents as well, my mother and my father, I guess.
And you, Wanda?
I have a strong family, a bond family, and we support each other all the time. All my fragilities is solving here in my family. All the fragilities of my family and friends, if I can resolve, I stay here for them. And I think life is that. We stay here in our planet for that, for support each other. It's so hard to pass the life without a friend, without family. We need this bond all the time.
I think to me it's most like you guys said, it's my family, my mother and my brother now that I ask for some advice depending on the things. I guess when it's more like personal and it's something that can do a big change on my life, I look for them. And sometimes we need something more professional or that I need something more specific, someone that knows more about these or have similar experience. I ask for my friends, I guess, because of the age that they have, in the history they are passing for the same situation. So I guess they can give me some different perspectives that I couldn't think about it. And I guess like parents are more protective, so they will think on the situation that you will have less risky for yourself, and sometimes it's take some risky. It's good to us. And thinking about now the opposite, do your friends or family asks you to advice when they will do some changes? And why do you think so? What is the best thing that you think? What is the best characteristic of yourself on helping them? I can start with that and give you guys time to think and make clear about the question too. For example, when my friends, they will want to start talking about investment or doing changing of career, they always look for me, like, because I can think about the whole situation. I say always the good and the bad sides of these the decision. I say the truth, not only what my friends want to listen, even though I know what they want to listen to, but I am really like oh my gosh, I forgot the word. Um, Tough with them if it's necessary to like they realize what they want to, but I never do the choice. I just give the options to the person think about, you know. It's like talking with the therapist, I guess. They just make us think more about our problems and not and never give a straight answer, you know. I don't like that, but I know that it's necessary to think about it. And for you guys,
For me, as a dentist, the first thing that I support of my family and friends is about tooth, of course, and a little bit of health in generally. But my friends ask me all the time to talk with them to get some advice or some here to listen then. I think it is that.
thanks, Wanda. And for you, Alessandro.
Well, I guess the job we choose influences a little in what people come to you, no? I sometimes talk to my friends with computer stuff, and but not just that, a little bit of investment, as you said as well, and some things about, I don't know how to say in English, the passagens aéreas.
Flight tickets.
Yeah.
Flight tickets.
Yes, and milhas and things like that. And sometimes for be a good listener as well, and mostly for my parents and some friends as well.
We have a lot of good listeners here. That's good. And you, Leticia.
It's common. My friends come to me looking for an advice, and I think that the reason that motivate them to look for me is because I always try to select the positive and the negative points of the situations. So I think everything have two sides, and sometimes the people who is involved in the problem can't see this. So I try to show all the sides and hear then and listen then, because that's it. There's no any specific subject that they ask for my advices, but in general, I try to do it and help them as possible.
Very good. I guess people look for that to see a person that can see the whole thing that happens, you know. Sometimes it's not easy to do this when you are involved on the situation. And for you, Matheus.
Okay, in my case, like Letícia said, some friends call me to ask us for some advices, And the subjects could be a lot of things, but I think the most commons could be in a professional area or maybe helping specific tools like Excel, Power BI, SQL, or maybe they want to talk about some series or anime that they watched and they want to discuss about it. So they try to have this discussion with me. So basically that's it.
We have a lot of people that are looking for advisors. That's good. And have some friends who help and being helped too. Guys, let me see. I will skip to the question number 10. About setting goals. How do you approach setting goals and make plans in the face of potential future changes or uncertainties? How do you guys deal with these uncertainties on making plans? How do you put in your mind when you make a plan?
I first of everything, I think about economics. When I start my professional life, I put in my mind like a triangle, and the little point of the triangle is for spend money a lot. The middle part is for spend too, but a plan for improve my clinic or a trip, everything. And the base of the triangle, I save this money for the future. For now, as a diver, my trip is so expensive, but in the past, in long past, I saved this money for today. And today it's really okay. I spend all the things in my heart too. If I have a friend of mine, a toxic friend, for example, a toxic relationship, I try to give up this person from my life because I need to improve myself with happy, with enjoy. If I have a challenge and I need to help and I need to pass for a sad time, okay, life is that. But not to take a bad person to be close to me.
Good. Thanks, Wanda. And you, Alessandro, how do you do?
Well, I want to say that what Vanda say is really my dream, that I save money all months and wait for when I'm older, I can spend with anything that I want, doing travels and things like that. I guess this is really, really good. Congratulations for making it. It's would have must have been very hard to do it in your whole life. I do it as well. Always thinking not just economic, but also what that would be good or bad in my life. Good things, good stuff, and bad stuff from this decision that I'm making. Put some good and bad stuffs in a piece of paper and see if it's worth it to do it with the cons and bads from the decision that I have to make.
Good. Thanks, Alessandro. And you, Mateus, how do you approach on setting goals?
Okay, what I try to do is save money as well. I try to save a part of my salary every month. But in general, I try to live the present. I really know what I want about my professional area and stuff like that. But inside, it doesn't make me feel good at all. So I'm not trying to think too much about uh possibly scenarios that I don't know that will happen or not. I try to focus on a future that I really want. So I not try to focus on possibilities of the future that I don't know if it will happen or not because I don't like this feeling. So at this moment, I am trying to live in more the present than of the situations of the future. But I save money as well.
Good. And you, Leticia, how is your approach in setting goals?
Some time ago, I hear a phrase that say that life is what happens while we are make plans. And I totally agree because I think that life is exactly this. And I make plans, even knowing that something can happen and change, because we need to have plans to keep going and to have our reason to um, accept the changes during our life. So, for example, I start to save money, and not necessarily for a specific reason, but if someday I need this, I will have. And that's it. I'm not afraid of the uncertainty things of the future because we can change this. And that's it. I think that enjoy the present moment is a good thing that, as well that we can do. And that's it for me.
Good. I totally agree with you, Leticia. I think that I have learned this during the latest years. I guess when we become like when we are aging, while we are aging and we live some situations, we can observe better the things that happens. And I used to actually I do it nowadays. I make a plan. I know the point when I want to get and what is necessary to do, and I do it until get there. Until now, it worked. But I know, like you said, the things can change during the path, and I guess we should adapt ourselves. It's necessary to adapt, to have options on things. Before I get this job where I am now, I was like studying to apply to be a consultant, but this job just appeared in the middle of the path, and I like it. It was something that I guess it was really important to me, and I discovered Talk and Talk during this process. So I guess things can change, but our essence is never change during this process. It's always necessary to be aware of the opportunities and the things that appears and grab them, because life just take it times and we cannot control it. So it's prepare, set this goal, make our mind clear, and do it. It's like saving money every month. It's something that you don't know if you will be alive, if you will need, if you will spend this money in an emergency, but you need to keep this constance. And when the time comes, you will have it, just like Vanda did it. So I guess it's totally that. And guys, to close this one, I will make a last question. A last question. Do you think that it's possible to learn things by observing the others? And do you used to do that? Observe what the others do, the others close to you, and think about this when you have to take a decision?
Totally. I think see here in Talk and Talk, I start here without any word in English and observing all of you all the time in Talk. I can talk nowadays. And another thing, when I stay like Corcunda, I don't know, and I see my son or my friend up, I see, oh my gosh, I up myself too. And many things in my mind, in my body, in my relationship. I saw another one and I learned with them.
Very good. Thanks for that. And you, Mateus, what do you think? It's possible to learn? Do you do it?
Yeah, like I said, I changed my job recently, and there's some things that I thought about my decision. I already said because I had some friends that needed to do this same decision some months ago, and the same thoughts that she had about if she really wants to go to the new job. I have because we already had this discussion, so I think we can totally learn it by other experiences, and I think it's totally worth it because maybe someday we'll have the same experience, or maybe not, but maybe we can use the whole experience that we are already learning in some situation, for example.
And for you, Leticia,
So I totally agree that we can learn only by observing others, because when we are children, we learn a lot of things only observing. We learn how to walk, how to speak, and it's incredible. Only an exercise of observing and reproducing, and we learn. All of us learn, and I think we can enjoy this during our lives, because people passing through experience similar to our experience, so I think that we can observe and pay attention really in this, and compares with our situations and try to find a solution, or only observing. I think we can learn with human in a lot of ways.
and for you, Alessandro.
Well, I agree with some points that, well, it's perfect to see something and learn from it, learn how to do it right. But for instance, when babies are trying to walk, they don't only look to people walking to start walking. They try to walk, they fall, they start, they fall, they try again and again and again and again. And I guess it occurs in life as well for all ages. We see something happen, and when you try to do it, maybe you fail, maybe you will succeed from first time. But sometimes some experience you have to make a mistake, you have to miss, even if you want to do it right. Sometimes you want to do it different from someone. You see, oh, this works from him, but I will do different, I will do better, or do some other way, and you make a mistake. And I guess it's normal, and it's good for you learn. Yeah, you get experience from it, and it's a way to learn something that sometimes you will see, but you will try to do different, or you will take a little bit more time to learn how to do it in a proper way, something like that.
Totally. I think like observing people can help us to like have to be more aware about the possibilities of what can happen, but things can happen different from these. I guess there are some things that just by observing, you know that how it will succeed. Like, for example, people that drink and drive, do you know, you learn that these won't happen, something good about it. So I think that the bad examples, it's really easy to learn what are the consequences. The good ones not always work to ourselves. I guess are more difficult to happen, to reproduce, I would say, the same stuffs, because we are completely different. We have similarities as humans, but we all have a different perspective. We were raised different, so it's not so possible to learn it all just about observing. Guys, welcome back. And how it was the conversation? I hope you guys like it to discuss a little bit about this. It's a deep topic to a Friday night, I think, but it's good to reflect a little bit about life experiences, decisions, observing the others, how we look for, and that things doesn't happen as we wish all the time. But I would like to hear you guys. Anyone would like to say something about the conversation that was on the small room? What you like it? What grabbed you most? Something that you learned about this discussion?
It was good, but that there was a lot of sentences that we have no idea what's the meaning, but it was good. We can answer a lot of questions, so I enjoyed a lot.
Did you guys caught for the contest what the meaning of the expressions, some of them? Or so?
Yeah, so.
I can explain two of them that we discussed here, like turn off a new leaf. It's like facing starting again and doing some changes. Roll with the punchings is like adapting yourselves, and the ball is in the court. It's how could I say, it's like when it's your turn of taking a decision, you know, that you cannot counting on anyone else. It's something that is just up to you to do. And I guess with changing it's like this.
Right.
It was difficult, but it's to me it's nice to learn these phrases, you know. I think it was nice, and it was very nice, the conversation. I thought that my life it was a bit hard, but listen to Anna, listen to another colleagues, I could see another challenges that the people faced too, and listening to Camila, I see that we are in the same page. I think we are facing the same challenge, so it was really nice to learn from the others. Thank you, Ellie.
You're welcome. You are doing a PhD too, as Camila. Yeah, it's tough. Guys, I will send here before we finish this survey that you can answer that, giving feedbacks, and something that Elton say, I guess I can do on the next time that bring those kind of these expressions is setting the meaning here to you guys understand, not only by context. I guess it can help more. And I just want to thank you guys for coming here this Friday night to having this meeting, discussing, and we all improving our English. And so keep coming. Have a good weekend, a good Friday. Invite your friends to come to Talk and Talk and keep facing challenges. I hope to see you guys in another meetings of other languages. I have to do this, so it's something to encourage myself that I am saying here. So guys,
Nice,
have a good
thank you.
night.
Thank you.
Bye.
See
Thank
ya.
you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you.